And the masters of the universe.
Hello and welcome to Assorted Crackers. I'm Eric. I'm here with Lee and Wilson. And guys, to set the stage for this episode, I want to take you back to the elementary school days, right? And maybe let's focus it specifically on, just for your sake of benefit, second grade. You're in second grade, whatever elementary school you're in. It's been a tough week. The times tables are kicking your butt.
Wait just a second. There's no tough weeks.
In second grade?
In second grade?
Well, let me walk you through this. Maybe you forget. Times tables are kicking your butt. Maybe you lost your best marble on the playground at recess. Maybe you injured your wrist during a vicious game of Red Rover. Come on, man. Second grade was a tough time.
Okay.
And finally, though,
Eric lost his marbles.
you've made it more than once. You finally made it to the weekend.
Okay.
The glorious event that is Saturday morning cartoon viewing.
Dum, 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 dum.
So that is what we're going to talk about. Life in the late 70s and early 80s in particular, with some great cartoons, breakfast cereals, and the days of Saturday morning freedom. What do we think?
Sounds great. Let's go.
I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right, listen, before we jump into this, I feel like I need to address the elephant in the room. Wilson, we're so impressed that you somehow managed to dig up your underoos from back in the day, but it's making me a little uncomfortable.
I'm sorry.
They don't fit you anymore. Please get dressed. Wrap yourself in a towel. I can't do this.
I thought that Superman, the big S on the front might make me look stronger.
I mean, it does, and it makes you look bigger.
Yeah.
So, but that was a whole part of the package, right? You would crawl out of bed. You didn't need your parents. Like this was a time of freedom and independence. You could pour your own cereal. Maybe if you were really sophisticated, make your own Pop-Tart, and then curl up in front of the TV for the next 3 hours or more for some solid cartoon TV viewing.
Yeah, see, Pop-Tarts were not my thing. I just...
No,
didn't like Pop-Tarts.
So cereal, just milk and cereal?
Cereal or cheese toast.
Ooh, cheese toast.
Wait, you got to use the oven in second grade?
Well, yeah, I would use the toaster and put a piece of Velveeta
And just melt it?
and just after it came out, just put them together. It's kind of like a semi-grilled cheese.
Poor man's cheese toast.
Yeah, poor, very poor. But I did love some cereal.
What was the like?
What was your go-to?
The sun's coming up and you're ready to go watch some cartoons. What was the one thing you went for in the pantry?
Well, I mean, it varied.
Sure.
Because
like seasonal.
Well, not necessarily seasonal, but, you had to switch off every little bit. So, I liked Apple Jacks, Fruit Loops, Fruity Pebbles.
And now is this in rank order?
No, just Frosted Flakes.
But you so far you like the fruit-ish categories, the Fruit
Because
Loops,
fruit is
apple.
healthy.
Yeah, he was working on his health. Do you remember they would say this is all part of a well-balanced breakfast? My flaming butt. It was just sugar crumbs.
No, it was not healthy at all, but they tasted good.
They tasted amazing.
When it turned your milk a different color.
Oh,
That was awesome. That was awesome.
But then, Rice Krispies too.
Did you put sugar on top of your Rice Krispies?
Heck yeah.
Snap, crackle, pop.
And a little banana. And some banana.
Oh.
Because I tried,
Healthy.
Hey, this guy's healthy.
But,
That's why he can still fit
That's
into
where I went Saturday
fit into his underoos. Lee, cereal.
Cereal for me was Snap, Crackle, Pop.
Your Rice Krispies too.
I'm a Rice Krispies guy. And yes, sugar. You had to add sugar.
Uh-huh.
Maybe 3.
Did you put any bananas or strawberries in there? Because they always had a picture of strawberries on the box to make them look enticing.
They were much, much healthier without fruit.
Yeah, I agree.
The sugar was what I was going for.
Sure.
I mean,
did you guys eat any of the Captain Crunches?
I was not a huge Captain Crunch fan. It left that film in your mouth.
It did. It was coated with shellac or something.
It was like wax.
And it would almost tear the roof of your mouth up. It was so crunchy. But the peanut butter balls from Captain Crunch were my go-to. That was the greatest thing. Not Crunch Berries. The peanut butter Captain Crunch was, if there was nothing else in the pantry but that, I could survive forever.
Special day was the Fruit Loops for me.
Yeah,
Fruit Loops.
you were also a Fruit
Yeah.
Loops guy.
What? No, wait, not Fruit Loops. What was the one with the marshmallows and the
Lucky Charms.
Lucky Charms?
No,
Excuse me.
man, those marshmallows were nasty, dude.
I'm not sure they were real marshmallows, but it looked like them.
They were gross.
They're
But
magic.
that was my special.
They're magically delicious.
They
Yeah.
were magically delicious, and the colors.
they were not magically.
The rainbow colors in your milk.
Yeah, whatever unnatural color that was. My sister and I would kind of parse it out. I just liked the cereal pieces. I did not like those marshmallows, but she liked the marshmallows, so she would pick the marshmallows
I
out.
think that's the reason I became ADD
Was because eating all those that colored
because
marshmallows,
all the dyes.
that unnatural dye.
Another good one was Raisin Bran, though.
What?
You were eating Raisin Bran in second grade?
Okay, Papa.
Well, because my dad had it, or whatever.
No,
I'm an old soul. I can't
you
help
are
it.
an old soul.
but I'm sure you put sugar on the Raisin Bran too.
Does a cat have a climbing gear?
Nice.
Wow.
Well, so what did you think about the monsters that you had your Boo Berry, your Frankenberry, and you had Count Chocula,
Count Chocula was up there.
and they would
Frankenberry and Boo Berry. I mean, no.
no, you didn't like blueberry and strawberry flavor.
I mean, at least Count Chocula had some depths.
It was a full ride.
I mean,
You had me at chocolate.
It would. What was the name of the cereal that it would advertise like when you get done eating it, it would make chocolate milk or strawberry milk. We'll have to look that one up. But that was kind of their gimmick. And so you would eat your cereal and you drink
out of the
milk.
well, you always had to
you had
drink
to
the
drink the
milk when
bowl.
you were through.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Always.
yeah. They were.
Because,
Just
I mean,
capitalizing on it.
Apple Jacks, Fruit Loops, they all had that nice little flavor to them.
It's not a happy plate unless you drink all the
I
milk.
agree. And that's what made it a naturally balanced breakfast. You
And
find
A naturally,
some calcium and
magically
some
delicious breakfast.
That was the only way my parents could get me to drink milk.
was on
It
cereal.
was on cereal or after the cereal had mixed in with all of the.
Oh, Lee, I bet you guys had a big bucket of Nestle's chocolate syrup or powder in your pantry.
We had the Be Quick. I would drink the strawberry
With the rabbit?
with the rabbit. Yes, yeah, and that was actually
Yeah.
the
Nesquik.
the Nesquik strawberry. I would even take a little.
No, the strawberry, no.
I would take it to school in a little like pill box or in a pill container and pour
Like
that
get your
into
little- get your
pour
little
that
pint of
into
milk?
my little pint when I would get to school because I was
man.
not going to drink
Your pint?
regular. Yeah.
Oh, the pint of milk, not
Yes.
your...
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what size
Sorry.
those things were. It's a
Yeah.
half pint probably.
Yeah, they were very. But
No wonder Lee
That's
did
pretty
not
clever.
have a bad week in second grade because he had a pint with him.
I mean,
he was already
call it what you want to call it. You know.
with his snap crackle pop.
Yeah.
Well, I just the cereal game was strong back then, and there were lots of cereals that kind of came and went. They wanted to capitalize on whatever was trendy and popular. I remember Smurf Berry Crunch, which was trying to get us to. It was trash, but you had to
So
find.
was the cartoon, by the way.
Yes, we'll get there. But what are some other kind of one-hit wonders, for lack of a better word? That
Mr.
kinda
T had a cereal.
I pity the fool that doesn't eat my cereal.
Mr. T. Ghostbusters.
There was a Ghostbuster cereal.
Dude, that was part of merchandising.
Yeah,
I mean,
E.T. Yeah, there was an
it's like,
E.T.
they got into the McDonald's Happy Meals. They got on the cereal. I mean, that's that's masterful marketing.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, they completely, when they were selling a movie, you had to have a cereal, you had to have a lunchbox, you had to have all that kind of stuff. Even Pac-Man.
There was a Pac-Man
I
cereal.
remember the Pac-Man cereal. And it had a cartoon, too.
Of course.
They
I
did
mean,
have a
that was
cartoon.
the cross merchandising brilliance of it. And many of them, remember back in the day, had prizes in the box.
Oh, now that was the key because that depended on what box you got at
Yes,
the time.
dude.
that was before integrated marketing was integrated marketing.
Yeah, yeah. It was just like they would get you at the shelf.
That's right.
But we didn't know what integrated marketing was. They could have very well had that.
Oh, no, they
And
didn't use that
we
term.
were in second grade.
They just didn't use the term. Now they got college majors for it.
I remember one time it was one of those Saturday mornings that I went to bed Friday night just looking forward to getting up the next morning, and we had a fresh box of Captain Crunch peanut butter with I forgot what the prize was, but whoever opened the box got to get the prize. I was going to beat my sister out of bed so I could get the prize, and I just could taste it in my mouth when I woke up. I was so excited about it. I go to the refrigerator and we're out of milk, and it was so disappointing. You couldn't eat this stuff without milk. And so in my 7-year-old mind back in 1977, I thought, okay, milk adds moisture to kind of soften up the cereal. I'll just substitute water and it'll be fine. I was so desperate to eat that Captain Crunch that was my go-to move. And it didn't.
How'd that work out?
It didn't work. It destroyed
That sounds
everything.
awful, by the way.
It was a really bad morning for me. Really bad morning.
Well, did you ever pour the box of cereal out on the table to get the prize and then put the cereal back in the box so your sister wouldn't know?
I cannot confirm or deny.
Just saying.
I would just put
That may have been done once or twice, depending on what was in the box.
No wonder Polly never got a gift out of the cereal box.
Now she knows. Now she knows.
Sorry, Polly. What about Cracker Jack? I mean, I know that's not a cereal, but talking about prizes. The tattoos in Cracker Jack.
And a compass, if you were really special. Remember the movie 1941?
Yes.
The guy had... Oh, by the way, we're recording this in springtime in Memphis, and that means thunderstorm. So if you're hearing anything in the background, it's not Lee's stomach, it is thunder. So just bear with us.
And the thunder roll.
Anyway, 1941... The guy found a compass in his Cracker Jack. He was afraid the Japanese were going to get it, so he swallowed it. And does this ring a bell? Did you watch this movie?
I forgot about that.
It's a great movie. And then they fed him prune juice to try to get the compass back. Anyway, we're off on a tangent.
Sorry.
We're back on Saturday morning. It's 1977, or in your case, 79.
Let's stay away from prune juice.
So we've got our bowl of cereal and delicious milk, and we're going straight to the TV in our footy pajamas. What is the first cartoon that you wanted to see? What was kind of the go-to?
I would say Bugs Bunny and Roadrunner.
The Bugs Bunny show was great.
Looney Tunes, and Super Friends.
Super Friends, Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo was always a good one.
Fat Albert. Those were my go-tos. And how could I ever forget the Schoolhouse Rock?
No, you got to love Schoolhouse Rock.
I'm just a
Conjunction
bill
Junction.
Sitting on Capitol Hill. I learned all kinds of things from that.
Schoolhouse Rock got me through high school.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm serious. The history, the math, the science, it was... I wish they'd bring it back.
You know, Conjunction Junction, what's your function?
Well, hooking up clauses and phrases and words.
That changed your life, Eric.
It really did.
That's where you decided you want to be in communications.
Multiplication Rock got me through the math. I'm not joking. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. Well,
You're wise beyond your years because of Schoolhouse Rock.
let's go back to the Bugs Bunny show, because that brought us Sylvester and Tweety.
Yep.
That brought us Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote.
Foghorn Leghorn.
Oh,
I mean, that was really a appointment television.
Yes.
That got you going.
Yeah, it was, but it was always funny. I mean, you know, the coyote trying to catch the Roadrunner and getting an anvil dropped on his head, or getting blown up by TNT and
falling off cliffs.
Always.
off cliffs.
Ordering amazing things from Acme, some dynamite, some giant magnets.
That was how Amazon got started.
Was Acme? They were inspired by the coyote?
Yeah.
Because they'll deliver it anywhere.
Anywhere, anytime, anything.
In the middle of the desert.
But what was awesome about Coyote and Roadrunner was there was no dialogue. That was a silent cartoon. It was all music and signs.
Yeah.
But it held your attention. Like you were glued into what was going on there.
Well, it's just funny. I mean, because you had to see what was going to happen to Coyote.
Yes. So what else? Let's stick to Bugs Bunny, because I think that was one of the first ones that came on. That was like 7:30 or 8 o'clock in the morning. Bugs Bunny himself was so hilarious. And
Elmer Fudd.
Elmer Fudd was always trying to get him and never could.
Yep.
But Elmer Fudd could get Daffy Duck. For some reason, Daffy Duck always stepped right into that shotgun breech and boom, blew his beak on backwards. But he was fine, guy. It's fine.
Bugs Bunny was just a smart rabbit.
He was super smart. Remember the Barber of Seville episode where
Yes.
he grew flowers on Elmer Fudd's head for some reason?
Yes.
I mean, the writers for these cartoons were super creative, and maybe were on LSD.
Probably. I mean,
I think both.
but Mel Blanc
Oh, yeah.
was the voice of all of that.
Yes.
And to think, and then, to be able to have that talent, to be able to do all those voices and keep them in character, without messing up, or whatever. But it was...
He was a talent. So you mentioned Super Friends. That was the other one that I just couldn't get enough of.
Oh, I loved
Super
it.
Friends.
I loved it.
Love Super Friends. What were your favorite heroes?
Oh, it had to be Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman.
Yeah. What about, I was thinking there was a guy, he was sort of a Native American
The
Indian
Apache
dude.
Chief.
And
He's the Apache Chief.
yeah, and he would say, in up poke and grow 30 feet tall. I don't know what he did
that's
with
samurai.
that skill, but that was pretty good. Aquaman. Don't leave out Aquaman. He could talk to fish, guys.
Yeah, but he had that sonar thing that, got bigger and it
Yeah.
would talk to the fish.
That's how he talked to them.
He would ride a seahorse,
Or dolphin. Whatever came along.
whale. I don't know. I didn't dislike Aquaman, but he just didn't have the. There was not enough.
There was
oomph
never an
there.
occasion where you'd be like, God, get Aquaman in here.
I know. Like, we have to have Aquaman.
Don't forget Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
How could I ever forget Wonder Woman?
She had the invisible plane. She had the lasso of truth.
She had the bulletproof bracelets.
Bulletproof break. Yeah, and she was quick enough to move them and block the bullets.
But do you think she ever lost her plane? Because it was invisible. I mean, could she have parked it somewhere and not found it?
Deep thoughts.
She's Wonder Woman.
Let me think about that for a minute.
Because, when she's flying in the sky, that's all you see is her.
Yeah. That's her.
But then when she lands it,
Maybe she partnered with Superman and his super X-ray vision to find it. I don't know.
Anyway, all right.
We're leaving out the most critical glue of this entire Justice League.
If you say the Wonder Twins, I'm going to kill you.
The Wonder Twins.
Come on.
You know what? They ruined the Hall of Justice.
They kind of did. So if anybody's not familiar, they had these rings, and when they touched the rings, they could change. They could shape shift basically. So one was confined to, I think, matter, like water. He could be steam
Liquid,
or
solid,
ice.
vapor. Yes.
And then I don't know if was that the guy or the girl.
That was the guy.
That was the
the
guy.
girl could.
She could become like an animal.
She was
or
an earth animal or an alien creature or something of the sort.
And then they had that goofy monkey too. Wasn't there a goofy?
There was.
Gleek. Yes. Okay.
I remember Gleek.
So let's just let me take a counterpoint to your saying they're worthless.
Stack up for the
First
Wonder
of all,
Twins.
I mean, think about this: when you're a kid, what stimulates creativity? I mean, you could be anything you wanted to be, and you were going to be able to save the day. Maybe they really inspired us to use our
But you
imaginations.
really want to be the form of a bucket of water.
If you're going to put the fire out, yeah. I mean, you got to save the day.
Or you could turn into steam and slip away quietly into the vent if somebody was coming after you.
Or you could, burn the guy that was getting ready to shoot your
I don't know.
sister.
I think I would rather be Superman and just be able to blow the fire out. And I don't.
I think
A bucket of water is not very cool.
I'm not saying they were real superheroes. I'm just saying they inspired us to use our imagination.
I appreciate you sticking up for the Wonder Twins. They had a role to play.
You're such a giver, man. You're just the holistic kind of person. You're just not gonna.
I think later in years, I think it was somewhere in the late '80s, they created a lot more characters.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure.
They tried to keep it fresh.
Well, trying to let's get everybody in here, and instead of just using the best person. I mean, this is where it all started.
Yeah. So, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking that they overdid it. I mean, not everybody needs to be in the halls of justice.
But they had more and more villains coming through. They had to stack the roster.
Superman is Superman. Come on,
he can handle just about anything.
I mean, gee whiz,
But what if the bad guy brought kryptonite?
You need somebody to go fast. I mean, if there's kryptonite, fine. You got Wonder Woman.
Who's the guy with the ring?
Green Lantern.
Green Lantern?
I like some Green Lantern.
Okay.
I mean,
Ryan Reynolds was a pretty good Green Lantern as they brought it back.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. What about, was Plastic Man part of the Hall of Justice?
He was.
Was he really? That guy. So his
I believe he was like one of those. He was not on there all the time, but I think he was kind of a special
cameo.
guest.
He could stretch his arms across the street and down the hall, and
I would rather be Plastic Man than one of the Wonder Twins.
Are you still coming in?
What about? I mean, I'd rather be Plastic Man over Rima, the Jungle Girl.
I don't remember Rima.
I don't remember.
But she was
Rima.
later in the season.
What was her strength? What was her power?
I really don't remember that she had anything special except that she came from the jungle.
Okay. Again, this is where they're stacking the roster.
This is where they're stacking the roster, trying to think we're going to have a lot more people in the halls of justice. Let's be inclusive.
That was a good show, though.
I loved it. Did y'all ever watch the Pink Panther?
Not as much. I thought was that a Saturday morning cartoon or was that an after school cartoon?
I don't know.
I kind of remember it, but that was another quiet, silent one.
Yep.
And it just wasn't. It didn't nearly pace like Roadrunner and
I know
Coyote.
this gets later, but what about G.I. Joe?
G.I. Joe was
Definitely
good.
G.I. Joe.
He'll fight for freedom
Yo,
wherever
Joe.
there's trouble.
After we got through watching cartoons and we were working hard on wrestling and the afternoon after lunch, I would have to spend time playing with my toy soldiers, setting them up
To be G.I. Joe.
to be a G.I. Joe, start a
little-
fight,
had the
have the
little dog
battle, have
tag.
the battles. I mean, it was.
You were
to.
training. You were in
It
training.
was, yeah.
Well, guys, we need to think about
All right, so what? So
the influence that we had from these cartoons. So I'm going to ask you two questions. Be thinking about it. Number one, what is a cartoon character that you most relate to, that you felt like sort of reflected you at that time? And then is there a character that you aspired to be? Like, boy, when I grow up, I want to be the Wonder Twin guy who can turn into a bucket of water. Lee, since
Wow.
so who did you most relate to? Did you feel like, yeah, I can be that person?
I got to tell you, I've always been a fan of Superman. I just felt like he was a good dude,
Yeah.
always trying to do the right thing. He could fly. Come on. It was awesome. I mean, he could use his eyes to burn holes through whatever,
That could come in handy.
Yeah.
X-ray vision.
See, X-ray vision. I mean, there was really not much he could do except for kryptonite. I mean, we all have a little bit of kryptonite, which means we need friends, but not a complete halls of justice like they came with later. But sidebar.
You're turning this into a philosophical discussion.
Sorry about
which
that.
is great.
So
Superman is who you-
Superman is who I would like to be. I mean, I think he's the guy that would always come in and save the day. I mean, no, I'm not a Batman guy. I mean,
That's fine.
The smack, boom, bam, the little words that popped up when they would hit somebody.
Well, here's the thing about Batman. He was just a regular Joe, just like you and me.
He was a rich guy.
He was a rich guy who could build
private
some cool
detective.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he wanted to do good, right?
did want to do Yeah.
I mean, I would say I was kind of a Batman guy because I had my Batman pajamas. I had.
As we can see, your underwear.
But he did have all the cool toys. I mean, he had the Batmobile, he had the Batcopter, he had the Bat Boat, he had the Bat Cave.
And everything had to be a bat.
I can get down with the Bat Cave idea. I mean,
I just
that's a
thought he
man
was-
cave. I mean, you can drive in, come in the back door. You don't have to deal with gin pop. I'm dealing with that.
Hey, can you pass the bat bourbon? I'm just working on the Batman theme.
Okay, I'm sure.
What about Robin? Like, did he have a role to play in that whole thing, or was that just a charity role?
No, but Robin was I mean, you need somebody to bounce ideas off of, right? I mean, it's like Lee said, you got to have a friend, you got to have that. And that was Robin. He may not have been the coolest. He may not have been the strongest, but Robin was there when Batman needed him.
He was an acrobat
He did have some
Yes.
and
acrobatic skills.
martial arts.
So, I mean, everybody needs a backup.
He was a supportive fellow.
So
I mean, you need a partner.
So we've got Superman, we've got Batman. I'm going to go in a slightly different direction. We haven't talked enough about Scooby-Doo, but specifically Freddy. I mean, think about it. This dude, he was smart, he was dashing, he always got the
Was
girl.
he a superhero?
He was
No,
a
but
cartoon character.
he did have
question
the-
wasn't superhero,
I
it was
misunderstood.
cartoon.
I'm sorry.
He did have the cool van, too.
Okay.
He had the van.
The mystery van.
He had
Mystery
the-
Machine.
He had,
Machine, yeah.
He had the ascot. Freddy, man. And even
Did
then.
have an ascot.
Even then, when the
Fred
game would,
Minnick would love that.
when they would split up to go and find the ghost or whatever, he and Daphne always went in one direction, and then Velma and Hippie Shaggy and Stone Scooby went off in another direction. And you were like, why is Hot Daphne and Good Looking Freddy always going in a different direction?
Well, because
Wait a
they had to
minute.
find
Daphne-
someplace to.
Daphne and Velma was the one with the glasses.
Velma was the
okay.
nerd. She was the book nerd.
I get that. Okay, I was just making sure I had my characters correctly.
Yeah. So maybe if I were to open the question and not confine you to superheroes, because is there another character outside of the superhero set that you would say this is my guy, girl that I can relate to?
Johnny Quest.
Oh, wow, that's a throwback to early 70s.
Yeah.
So talk about Johnny Quest. I
I mean, he just, his dad was the rich guy, but Johnny always, on the quest with his father, he always found something cool, historical, or some problem or whatever. And Johnny Quest was just the sharp, smart kid that helped his dad solve all these issues. And
He was kind of our modern day Dora the Explorer, and sort of, maybe. Okay.
I would say, yeah. I guess that's right. But Johnny Quest, I would say Johnny Quest.
That's a good one. Lee, you got one outside of the superhero set.
I'm gonna step back and say that I'm gonna tell you one I'm not a fan of.
Okay.
How about that?
That wasn't
I'm gonna throw this as this. I'm sorry. I'll come back to something. I mean, Alvin and Chipmunks. I thought those were pretty cool.
They were pretty cool.
I mean, I can get down with Alvin and Chipmunks. Alvin was always getting in a little bit of trouble, but he was always on the front. He was the front man.
Alvin.
I mean, he was
You were
creative.
Alvin, though, weren't you?
Maybe.
Because of jumping off the back of a four-wheeler.
Okay. I mean, I liked to get into a little bit of mischief. I was a daredevil.
Who were the other two chipmunks? Simon and Theodore.
Theodore and Simon. Yeah.
Okay, so you're going somewhere with your Alvin.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But the ones that I could do without.
Yeah.
Come on, He-Man.
Whoa, what's wrong with He-Man?
There's nothing wrong with He-Man.
Are you
Went
sure?
up against Skeletor.
Skeletor is out there, buddy.
And he had that big tiger.
He had a tiger.
Come on, dude.
Well,
A tame tiger.
he wore a bikini.
Well,
What?
what's wrong with that? So did Superman.
Yeah, but he was full tights.
I mean, He-Man, Masters of the Universe. That was
It was a stretch for me.
okay.
I would say the Smurfs is much more of a stretch.
The Smurfs,
Yeah, I don't really care for the Smurfs either.
that was not my bag of whatever Smurfs.
No.
That was pretty Smurfing bad.
Oh my gosh.
What about Speed Buggy?
Oh, that was a good one. A
Did you
talking
like-
car. I like Speed Buggy. when he drove around.
Holy cow.
That's pretty impressive that you
Now,
remember that.
If we're going to go cartoon stuff Speed Racer.
Oh, now that was again, I don't think that was Saturday morning.
Now
I think
that was afternoon.
Speed Racer was great. That was early, like Japanese anime.
Yeah, it was. It was. But I mean, that was after school, I guess.
Yeah, but I love Speed
But still,
Racer.
I mean,
That was good stuff.
I love to drive fast.
But think about all these cartoons that were either Predator and Prey, like Sylvester and Tweety, or Good Guy, Bad Guy.
Yeah.
I mean, that they set up the classic literature kind of characters, and we got into it.
I watched so many cartoons. Like I watched Space Ghost. Did y'all watch Space Ghost?
That was weird. I found that kind of weird.
Thundar the Barbarian.
Thundar was pretty good. Was he the one? I have the power. Or
Yes.
was that He-Man?
No, that was He-Man. Thundar.
Oh, he had the sword.
Yep.
Okay, I'm blending. I'm mixing.
Thundar had the big hairy-looking, Chewbacca-looking partner with the girl. And
He had a Chewbacca-looking girl.
no, there was three characters in Thundar. Basically, they had Thundar. You had I can't think of the hairy thing.
There.
And then you had his girl sidekick too. I don't know. There were just so many good cartoons.
Hong Kong. We didn't talk about Hong Kong Phooey.
Hong Kong Phooey
number one super guy.
dove into the filing cabinet to change into Hong Kong Phooey.
And he used karate to take on his foes. He had that funky car that he hit the gong and it transformed.
Yes.
That was so bizarre.
But you learned a lot of life lessons from the Cosby Kids. And
Fat Albert.
Fat Albert.
Yeah.
That
Hey.
that was a good group of the Junkyard Gang, I think is what they called them. Remember Mushmouth? He wore his hoodie over his face and he cut eyes out. Hey, ba-ba-ba-bee-ba.
I think you missed your calling.
You're an impressionist.
Mushmouth.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, so Bill is showing us Jim. She's truly outrageous. Do you remember her?
No.
That was later in the 80s.
I don't remember her.
All right. Well, you were, I think Wilson remembers her. He just was not into Jim.
Captain Caveman.
Captain Caveman.
And he had the big club.
And then things came out of the club. He had like a bird that would come out and do stuff. Captain Caveman was the best.
Yeah, I would put Captain. I don't know if he was the best.
He was fun. He was fun. And he hung around with some girls as well.
Yeah.
That's kind of all I remember. Captain Caveman
only
and
so
some
much.
girls. We've hit a bunch. I will say we got to talk about the Laugh Olympics because a little bit like the Justice League where they just created these ensemble casts. It was every week was a different set of competitions. You had the Yogi Yahooies. you had the Scooby Doobies, and then they threw all the villains in with a group called the Really Rottens.
Yes.
And so usually the Scooby Doobies and the Yogi Yahooies would kind of take turns winning from one episode to the next because the Really Rottens cheated.
Yeah,
and they would get caught. But every now and then, on a really bad day, the Really Rottens would win, and I'm telling you, it would ruin your weekend. You'd be so pissed that these bad guys.
I forgot about the Laugh Olympics. But that was some good stuff.
That was some good stuff.
It was kind of like the TV All Stars.
Yeah.
On Saturdays on ABC.
All Star Anything Goes. I think that was what they were trying to
like the
model
ABC versus NBC versus CBS TV actors.
Yeah.
That was always good stuff.
No, I think that was what they modeled the
Laugh Olympics.
Olympics after.
It was
appointment television.
Saturday mornings were the best.
They really were. And again, you could easily get in 3 solid hours of TV viewing. You didn't really need your parents. You made your own cereal. You made your own cheese toast, apparently, and you just sat there and you took care of yourself.
But you know what made the cheese toast even better? Is when you had the can of the bacon bits, those real bacon bits.
Oh,
and you would put that on there.
Wait, you had real bacon, or you had
no, it was the can. It was, it was that.
Marketing said it was real.
It's called Bacos.
Yes, one of the,
Yeah.
Anyway,
you spiced it up.
I tried.
One morning, I'll never forget. Again, probably 2nd or 3rd grade. I get up ready to watch my cartoons, and I go into the den, and my dad is asleep on the couch. Because he and Mom, they'd gone to a party Friday night in New Orleans.
Okay.
He probably over-imbibed. Mom probably said, "Get on the couch. You're not."
I think you're making some assumptions.
I can tell you
because your dad was awesome.
No, it was just because he was snoring and she needed to sleep.
That sounds much like it. Much more like it.
So I go in there. I'm like, "What the?" And so I'm like, "Dad, you got to get out. It's cartoon time." And he goes, "What?" Okay. So we roused him, got him back to his bed, and got back to the TV because that's what mattered.
I think I just remember when I would come in, I would sit down really close to the TV, and they would have to tell me to scoot back. But I was
you could see it better when you were that close.
Well, it felt like I was drawn in, to be a part of it. I was part of it, I can remember sitting there, crisscross applesauce, watching, and it was almost like today's iPad for kids. I mean, that was 3 hours your parents had that they didn't have to do anything. They didn't have to know where you were or wandering around. They knew you were glued.
Yeah. True story. That's a good point. And we talked earlier about Schoolhouse Rock. There were so many like little PSAs that would drop in, like time for timer, Mr. Yuckmouth to encourage you to brush your teeth, take care of your teeth. I mean, it was a great 3 hours, but it also it
was very educational.
It was educational. It was educational TV.
Yes,
it's been good reflecting. It's been good telling these stories, and I really do want to go back and watch some of the. I'd forgotten about Space Ghost.
Guys, I think that we all can think back to how it felt, where you were, what was going on. It evoked a lot of emotion, a lot of feelings, and a lot of memories. I hope this has for all of our listeners who are out there. And we would love to hear from you because it's really important. I mean,
yeah, because we would love to know if we left any cartoons out.
Yeah.
So just please let us know.
Do you have any strong feelings about some of the ones we picked? Love to hear it.
Yeah.
Or cereals that you still to this day look for on the shelf. Like honeycomb. We didn't even talk about honeycomb. Honeycomb's big. Yeah.
And do you have are there any side effects from all the cereal you ate?
I think we're witnessing it right now.
How much did you have this morning? You are hyped.
Coffee. I appreciate the memories and taking you back there. Those were some good days. So yes, let us hear from you. You can always email us at 3assortedcrackers@gmail.com. And then we need to keep posting pictures, and you need to follow us on Instagram. That's one of our favorite places to engage as well. So you can find us on Instagram
at 3assortedcrackers.
Well done, team. We enjoyed it. Whatever you're doing out there, don't go stale. Don't be afraid to try new flavors, and
don't go stale.
I think I said that.
You did.
Well, said it again.
Wonder Twin powers activate. Form of a blind tasting.
Oh, we're gonna do this now? No,
I just made that up.
Okay. You know what? That's all, folks. We got to get Lee's headset on.
Yeah, he's texting his girlfriend.
He's busy.
Yeah. Side hustle.
Liquor hookup.
Side hustle.
Liquor hookup.
Liquor, I don't even know her.